Justin.
Hi,
Hi,
Justin.
Justin.
Hi,
He's
Justin.
literally here.
Hey guys.
Fuck
Hi,
you.
Justin.
Hey guys.
Barnes.
You're not supposed to. All right. So, would anyone like to give a recap for?
I do not remember.
Well, since this is the first one streamed, I think it should have at least a one sentence containing everything else that happened in the campaign so far. Then you can just continue.
Oh, yeah.
We came, we fought some monsters, and then we slept. That should summarize everything that's happened.
That is every D&D game ever.
Yes.
Yeah, he got it.
Was last session the one where I took my animal shape as a spider, or is that the session?
That was two
That was
ago.
the session before. That was the last time I was here. Also, hi,
Okay.
Pat.
Hi,
There he
Pat.
Oh my god, the fucking
Are we
nerve of this
recapping
thing.
last session?
Yes.
We already finished the session.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
Pat.
that's fair. All right.
I'll send you a recap about that next session.
Damn, we got him.
All right. So anyway, recap. Who's doing it?
And I can give a
Zach.
recap of everything
Zach
up
will do
until last session.
Okay,
Uh,
so last session, we decided that we weren't ready to invade the palace or whatever you guys scouted. So instead, we asked the pirates for another day. So I believe it was Ulin, Jackson, and Yorvin went to the Witcher or to the pirates' ship and talked to them, and we kept Jackson and the girl with them, saying, "Hey, hold on to them as like contingency." And then some bad guys walked by while Edith, Scion, and you're not Gideon in this one. What are you in this one?
Phineas.
Phineas. While we were waiting at the shore, and then but we evaded them. They kind of just moved on, and then after the others came back, we decided to go check out the music hall because we believed there could have been artifacts there for Scion. Went to the music hall, saw a troll thing, got past the troll thing by buying tickets like good citizens. Went in, found out that the person playing there was undead and that they were carrying on this legacy of their sister. So then Pat, of course, dueled him. Learned the song.
To be fair, I did not duel him. In exchange for teaching me the magic of his sister's song, I had to give him a warrior's death.
Pat did a little Devil Went Down to Georgia with this guy. He ended up dying and leaving his fancy instruments that we now have. And then we left. And then we went to... We did something else. Shit, what was the other thing we did? I think. Right?
No, I think that's pretty much.
No.
No, that's it?
Yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you did return to the tower. So I would say that is the thing, and yeah, it was getting tonight. So you're all gonna go for a short rest. Was there anything anyone wanted to do over the long rest?
Oh, it does say
Otherwise-
long rest taken. I am going to click that real quick.
I mean,
Yes, over the long rest, I'm gonna try and keep studying and learn that spell from a different class's spell list.
So for that, I did put in new rules. If you go to your journal and then the homebrew rules and spells. Actually, no, it's not in there. It's in the downtime activities.
The nerve.
If you go to the downtime activities, one of them should be learn. It'll say for that, make a DC check. On pass, you learn it. On fail, the DC is reduced. I actually have to update that. There's going to be 2 DCs for things. Once you tell me what spell you want to learn, I will tell you what the DC's for. It's going to depend on the spell level you want to learn, so that might change how long it takes. You could give me a Arcana check and level 2. So that is going to be to learn it. DC 30 but a breakthrough is 15. So what happens is, by the amount you pass a breakthrough, reduces the DC to learn it by.
Gotcha. I will use it. Can I use a Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on this Arcana check?
Is Tides of Chaos any roll?
It's any ability, saving throw, or attack roll.
This isn't a
Isn't
saving throw. Oh,
Ability
it's an
check.
ability check. Yeah.
Isn't
So
that
yeah,
pretty
I would
much any
say
roll?
sure.
Sorry, I forgot to roll it with advantage, so I'll just roll it again. There we are.
So at 19, the DC going forward is now a 26.
Gotcha.
Question, because I'm looking at the page for Loot Concert Hall,
Yes.
and it is different than what was described at the end of the last session for all those items.
What changed?
Most.
Alright, the master,
So
that was the same. The hurdy-gurdy.
well, I have the violin bow, the +1 rapier is still a thing, but you also said I have written down once per day you can cast Dissonant Whispers. On the sheet it says I can cast a spell that requires the target to understand the language. They don't have to understand the language.
Oh yeah, I think
Is that the correct one?
the Dissonant Whispers, that should be in there. Let me quickly edit that because I have this in both a Google Doc and in Roll20, so sometimes one gets changed in one place and not in another.
And also the hurdy-gurdy, it says once per day I can just do a +2 to a saving throw DC for a non-hostile creature.
That should be both of those,
Okay.
both abilities. So let me do that.
Also, I guess now over to this long rest, I'm going to transfer the strings of the hurdy-gurdy over to my fiddle. Or no, I had loot over to my loot.
Yeah. Yeah, those could be transferred over 2 hours. So yeah, you could do that.
Mr.
Alright,
DM,
cool.
Yes.
you said that while they were all out, I was back in the tower for about 4 hours, able to copy a spell, right?
Correct.
And we're about to take a long rest, correct?
Correct.
So because I'm an elf that trances for only 4 hours, and I'm awake the other
You get
4,
another 4 hours.
okay, so I'm gonna copy down both of the 2-level spells instead of just one of them then.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, another thing I did that I forgot was Edith just tried to make a bunch of potions and then just drank them, not knowing if they would kill her or not, and then she turned out all right.
Yeah, they didn't.
Oh yeah, side note, Edith is dead anyway.
Oh, nice.
Finally!
So any other housekeeping for the long rest?
Damn, I told her not to make potions out of arsenic.
Yes, so just to confirm, Mental Barrier is the old UA spell, right? It's the one that never actually got in a book?
Yes.
Or is that one that
What?
you homebrewed?
That is the old UA one.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure that I was copying down the wrong thing and not missing some homebrew from you.
All of my homebrew spells should be in the homebrew rules and spells, so if it's not there, it's
That's
UA.
why I asked, because I didn't see it there. Cool, that is probably the rest of my housekeeping.
Alright, so over the long rest, everyone give me a perception check. Zach, give me it with advantage.
I'm
Are we on the
still not
yet?
particularly good at those.
Wait, what the fuck?
Do,
Oh my god, too many Chrome tabs open. Hold on, sorry. It's okay. Here we go. It's this one.
Are we on the map yet? Are we
We're
still
still
at
on
the...
that landing page.
Okay. I just
So-
wanted to make sure it wasn't just me.
As you guys are sort of taking this long rest throughout the night, everyone that rolled a 20 or above, so Scion, Alakar, and Yorvin, all... Well, Alakar is actually awake when this happens. The other two sort of get, like, jostled a little bit awake. And you notice there is a solid rumble in the night, and because he's actually awake, Alucard sort of like hears like the rumble is not just rumble. There's sort of like a crash coming from far outside. It's not close, but it certainly sounds like stuff collapsing or some sort of like building crash.
Are there any windows in the tower?
There is one up top that has a telescope pointed out of it.
I probably would have been in the top floor anyway, because that's where you previously said were all of the tools for arcane scribing. So
Yeah, just to move people, as you like sort of like approach up, you will quickly notice that the apparition known as Sal 2 is actually manning the telescope and is looking up in the sky with it.
Salazar. What
Oh,
was that sound? Is the tower in danger?
According to my observations, the tower is not currently in danger, as it has taken no direct damage.
What was the cause of that sound?
Inconclusive. My directive dictates that I can only look at the sky, not down.
Would you mind if I borrowed that for a moment to take a look?
I have in fact made all the recordings needed for the night. You are allowed to.
Thank you. And I'll head over and try and peer through the telescope as he steps away from it and point it at whichever direction it sounded like the sound came from.
Give me a investigation roll as you're like sort of like looking through all the areas of the town looking for something. Ow.
Not bad.
So you're able to see almost like up over here what was once a gate that you guys walked through looks completely collapsed, and there's now rubble now filling it up, and there's also a few small fires around it.
I don't see any creatures, I just see like the collapsed gate.
Yes.
Seems that war elemental is still wrecking its way through the city. Hopefully the noise draws some of the undead that way. And I notice like some of the others waking up, and I'll just go, issue at the gate, hopefully drawing some undead away from us. Might end up being a blessing in disguise. Nothing to worry about now.
Well, I suppose there's nothing we can do about that.
Do you do anything else with this information, or?
That's all I'm passing along. If they want to do something, they're welcome to, but that is the conclusion Alikar came to.
Well, it's up to Vinny and Pat if you do anything with the information, or you just go back to sleep.
I mean, there's nothing I can do with that. If it's not coming here, it's whatever. We're not gonna go fight it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna defer
Entirely fair.
to Ilikar's judgment.
In that case, you are all in a very secure and protected building. Everyone gets the long rest, and you finish up.
Nice.
In the last hour of rest, I would like to put on a mask.
You are able to attune to the mask.
Yeah.
It's like this fine porcelain mask with a little bit of the gilding edge all around it, and you notice it's a very odd. It has like the drama smile and frown. It changes depending on how your mouth is looking,
Oh.
but it's like
That's
a static either smile or frown depending on how you change your mouth. You notice that as you like sort of attune to it, just as like a cosmetic sort of thing.
So Zach, by the way, this mask kind of has like the shape of like the classic like theater mask,
Gotcha.
like the white yeah, frowny or smiley.
That's kind of what I was expecting by that description, but there was also a part of me that was just like, oh, Pat made another bard that made another deal with a devil and is now becoming demonic.
I
the
did not
mask
make
that
a
this
deal with the
guy was
devil. I
wearing-
made a deal with that.
And I echoed very hard there. As you hello,
Hello?
We're here.
Yeah.
echo,
You're good.
echo,
Yeah.
echo.
I muted myself. Don't talk so loud. Talk softly.
I didn't
He
hear an echo.
screams.
I actually didn't hear an echo.
I
at
didn't
all.
hear an echo
Yeah,
either.
that was just you guys.
So as you I'm turning your volume down. So as you guys sort of like rumble awake, you all have the song from last night still stuck in your head, and like you find yourself as you're like getting ready and waking up, you're sort of like tapping a beat that is very foreign and new to you, but you just can't stop doing it.
Ah, damn thing. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that now. I don't like it, but
So, you all fell asleep pretty quickly last night when you got back. Seems like it was a bit eventful. Someone mind filling me in?
Well,
sorry.
Scion flips his mask to a smile. It was fruitful, I would say. We did learn this fantastic new song. We are the living legacy of one of the great bards of our time, Amelia Devon. This happens to be the mask of her brother, who we kind of had to fight, but we came out with some tools that may help us. And you'll notice, like, I show you my lute and the strings are glowing a little bit, and I also have, like, on my belt a new violin bow that is also glowing.
I'm just gonna,
Scion, that new
look-
mask of yours is quite creepy.
Scion flips the mask to a frown.
I'm just gonna, like, look Scion up and down and go, Edith, on the contrary, I'm glad that Scion has finally decided to stop wearing silly masks and show us his true face.
Roasted.
Much easier to read this way.
I mean, that's fair. Oh, man. Listen, if you
Marge
don't
wants
like
the
it, I can always go
cheese.
back to the riddles.
Mr. DM, does that count
Yes.
as having learned Vicious Mockery?
No, that was an even worse mockery.
Vicious mockery.
Well, Scion, based on the fact that you're still wearing that, I assume there's some kind of beneficial properties to it, and it isn't just for style.
Well, mostly, I believe
He's like,
we were
"No, it
demonstrating
doesn't
this
do
last
anything."
night.
Wait, did you use the mask last night?
Yeah, I was using it to mock you.
Oh, that was the mask? I thought you just could do that.
No, the mask is what allows me to perfectly copy somebody's voice.
Huh. I didn't realize that was your mask doing that. I thought you were just capable of it. Well, I guess I've learned a lesson about giving you too much credit.
Jokes aside, I'm glad that you found something valuable, Scion. The concert hall seems to have been a fruitful endeavor for you.
I believe it was.
Now on to what's really important.
Finally
Witcher
entering
Hall.
the
There's
palace.
a Witcher keep.
You guys
We
do
do
have
have
one more day that you talked with the pirates to say, okay, we're going to give you an extra day, so you have this day for free. The day after today is the one you said you're going to actually go to the palace with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm.
I I figured witchers would have abandoned a city like this, along with all the common folk.
Well, they did abandon it, but there's still maybe something that is in their keep, apparently underneath the markets where the quote unquote crabs lead us.
That might be very beneficial indeed.
Yeah, I think it is our best bet. We got ourselves an extra day so we could investigate this. If it means that it gives Edith a better chance at killing whatever comes next, I'm in favor.
Yes, and correct me if I'm wrong, Edith, but the Witcher Halls are great repositories of knowledge on all sorts of beast and monster. Maybe they have research on the undead that we're not familiar with. Records of when this scourge started.
They certainly could. I am not sure what is in this lair or keep or whatever. Really, I'm not totally sure on what's happening. So you're going in as blind as myself.
Certainly worth a venture, though.
Then maybe we ought to go instead of just talking about it.
I like the way you.
All right, so you guys heading out?
Yeah.
Yes.
So just like no, as you guys leave, you don't have to roll anything. It's a pretty obvious thing. As you walk out of the tavern, you can see there are several scorch marks going in front of the tavern on the road, going like sort of backing forth and then eventually down the road in a different direction.
Scorch marks?
Scorch marks, like ash and
Yeah.
burnt areas.
Oh, what the shite?
You, and she points at Yorvin and goes, "You do the fire magic. What is this?"
You know my name. We've been traveling together for days.
Weeks at this point.
You
Is there something you
explain.
need from me, Edith?
This pointing at the scorch marks.
Yes. I'll put this in terms the rest of the group can understand. Warlock, fire, hot, burn. Is that what you were looking for?
What
Yeah.
do you think could have caused it?
Now, I may be going off of old information, but given Yorvin's careful wording, I'm going to say fire.
And, sorry, is this at the gate that I saw kicked in, or is this somewhere else?
No, this is in front of the tavern. So if I were to bring you back to that page, this is like as you walk to the left, like out here on this
Oh.
road, there are scorch marks going down. Like I can even like show you, like they sort of like go up and down and back, and they go like over alleys, and then eventually they just lead right out down to another direction.
Did
Hold on.
Aelakar not see a creature, a large creature that was able to conjure flames only but a day or two ago?
Yes, it could be that, what did they call it? A war elemental?
A what? Who called it that?
The pirates.
Did
Said
they?
it-
The pirates did call it a war spirit.
War spirit. Yes, when I questioned if they knew anything about the great creature, they said it was an ill omen, some sort of spirit or creature built off of the remnants of war.
Well, this might come as a shock, but take a look around us. We're sitting in one giant bad omen. Whatever this thing is, though, it's
Speaking of-
dangerous and we gotta stay away from it.
Where is Omen?
Probably on a roof somewhere.
Doesn't Sal Sal 2 rather, doesn't he keep track of things going through the sky, burning things? Perhaps
One,
he saw
you
something
are-
last night.
You are correct. 2, we have no indication that this creature is capable of flight. And 3, Sal has referenced the possibility of a draconic source of power in the area that also could be responsible for the damage we're seeing. We know there are 2 oversized entities at work here, and they clearly don't like each other. We've seen the damage caused by their battles. We don't know which did this, but we should stay away from either of them if we can. I'd rather not lose anybody just yet.
I hate to agree with Yorvin, but in this case I do.
I don't know what you have against being right, but it's whatever that thing is, it's a threat to us, and one I'm not entirely sure we're capable of dealing with. A dragon could be a different story, but whatever this flaming spirit is...
From what I
let's
saw
just
of
do our
it,
best.
it is pure destruction. If we encounter it, we'd be best to run, not fight.
We know what our battle is. We need to try and preserve our strength to deal with one creature at a time. If we're able to conquer the keep and destroy whatever that vampiric nonsense is that Edith was talking about, then we can worry about this spirit.
So, now may we start moving?
You guys headed to where are you guys
Go
headed?
ahead. We're
The
heading down here.
Market Square, right?
No. We are going to the sewers.
So
Follow
I would just say the
Krabs.
way I'm tracking it is you guys can move to each square, and then in between that is like negligible. So you just tell me you're headed to this square. That's I'm treating that the same as no matter
100%.
what spot in there. So as you
100%
guys
sure.
sort of head out there, seeing all these burn tracks, making note of it, and then continuing on, give me a perception roll.
All of us, or just a specific person?
Everyone.
Back to the character sheet. Where is it?
And while you're at it, you might want to also
Oh,
put
wait.
yourselves on like marching order that you're doing.
That should not have been with advantage. I don't know why it automatically.
So 13.
Yeah.
Ulan's blind.
Ma'am,
I tend to be kind of up in the
I was
front
up
with
late
the
last
Witcher.
night. I was up late last night studying.
Yes, you were.
yeah, Edith would definitely be near the front.
Why
I'd
am I on
probably be right behind her as well.
So as you guys are continuing through, it seems actually pretty calm and empty, minus the scorch marks, and you're able to make it a fair ways of the way through before Scion.
Where's the front of the line? Is it over here?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the direction we're like heading in.
Scion, in fact, hears from where he is in the line clacking, and it's this very like odd sound. It sounds like coming from like one side of like the road you're on, and a few seconds later he hears coming from the other side of the road. And with that, put yourself in marching order on the left side of this map.
Oh god damn it! I don't remember what it was now.
I know, I was in the back.
Yeah, I was next to Scion in the back.
I was up front with Edith.
Lace yourself.
Is Justin here?
Justin's
No.
not playing, so maybe we should remove him. He can be hanging out with the fish.
Damn it! All right.
I mean, he is also on a pirate ship.
He is on the pirate ship.
And I
Yeah,
kind of
but
like
I
put a
like-
hand up. I'm like, you all hear that? It's like a rhythmic sound. Is it like wood or metal?
It sounds
Or is it literally
up.
like a mouth going?
similar to that.
Scion,
It's like wood.
Have you ever heard a horse before?
Coming from multiple sides of me, no.
Have you ever heard of two horses?
He's got a point.
Okay.
Fair.
Would you like to explain where the horse is then?
Keep an eye out if there's any
I
streets adjacent to this
didn't-
one.
I personally didn't hear it, so no, I would not like to explain where this horse is, but I'll keep an ear out now.
It looks like the street opens up into a larger square up ahead. If there's something trailing us, getting the most visibility could be beneficial.
Yes, plus maneuverable room if required for less savory business.
Oh, I wish Jackson was here. He'd know what to do.
If only. Do you
I
guys
think
do
we should-
anything, or do you continue on?
I think we should head up here, and then once we get here, use that as an opportunity to kind of survey the area, see if we see anybody coming at us, and if not, then we'll keep going.
Yes, let's continue trekking forward.
Stop.
I was like, I'm just waiting for you to say stop.
Phineas, you can move too. Scion, because you got such high perception, you are able to notice immediately as figures start creeping up over the door and start rushing at you. Everyone roll initiative. Scion gets a turn in the surprise round.
Time to roll initiative.
Wow, thanks for warning us, Scion. What a piece of crap.
Yeah, thanks.
He's a traitor. He's fucking
Bards.
Sausamogus imposter.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
boy.
goddamn horse, wasn't it, people?
So,
Hold on. That's for the kid. She got a 9.
Isn't she on the pirate ship?
Nope.
Yorvin doesn't
I only
trust her with others.
I thought we left
Not
with
with
Jackson.
pirates. Again,
So-
not with pirates.
with that, Scion sort of like looks around, but he's just barely unable to react in time to do things on it. And everyone else is in la-di-da land, so I'm not changing the music on this intentionally yet because you don't really notice it happen as they almost silently jump down. And it's almost as if all of a sudden Scion notices, Scion, Ulan, and Phineas sort of notice, they all sort of like silently all jump down and they all begin just stabbing towards you guys. So first, Scion takes one hit, or is attacked once, as it pulls out a dagger and goes to stab at him. Though Scion is a bit alerted to it, so he avoids it. I don't care what your AC, I know that misses.
Yeah.
Ulan, what is your AC?
12.
So the second one does run up and it goes in and basically shivs Ulan. And you take 4 piercing damage. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking
Ruh-roh.
poisons.
I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos on this. Yeah, I'm glad I did.
With that, you avoid the damage as you like sort of look down where it shivved you, and there's like this strange liquid that is you can see now is on the blade it just stabbed you with, and it pulls it out, and you take the 4 piercing damage, but it sort of like goes down, you can see all of them sort of like take this weird stance as they sort of like come around and sort of like do this weird like almost like half squat as they go around you. And you can see as this one afterwards also runs up.
Yeah,
Don't mind me.
what
And
is
that's
the
all
big
they do.
circle?
Also,
Don't worry
Kana,
about that.
Yes.
I'm gonna Hecker's Rebuke the one that hit me.
Go for it.
I already rolled. It's a DC 15 dexterity save.
Let me roll it for that. So you can see as this flame comes out, it quickly dodges around where the flame is.
Fair enough.
And with that turn, Pat, I'm assuming you all sort of like cry out in pain and surprise, and we're in combat.
Yeah. Scion, in his shock, is just going to yell out, "Horse!"
To confirm,
Very smart.
do these things look like undead that we fought before, or are these something new?
They don't look specifically like anything. They do look very skeletal.
Okay, so
Oh god,
really
he got big.
not something that we've necessarily faced before, but it does still seem undead. Got it.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does look undead. It is a very clearly a skull on top of its body.
I should change spells I have.
Well, Scion, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to immediately grab the violin bow on my belt and slash at the one that actually tried to hit me but missed.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause the other one just ran up, right? It didn't try
Yeah.
to hit me yet. All right. Does a 13 hit?
Let me pull up the stat block again. No.
Why does that say abjuration cantrip?
That was there before you hit the
Oh,
violin
I did
bow.
not mean to send that then. Whoops. Yeah, so I only get one attack per turn, and I am going to
Chum.
immediately. I am going to immediately turn to the person to my. I don't know which way I'm oriented. The Phineas that's next to me. Turn to my Phineas, and I am going to call out to you a phrase that is. Hold on, loading. This is entirely for flavor. You get a bardic inspiration.
Hey.
Anything else?
No, that is all.
All right. With that, the surprise round goes. And top of the initiative, it goes to Ulin.
Yes.
Or son- I got it. Scion tells Phineas, "Show them what real horses are made of."
I will spend. Fuck. I'll spend 2 sorcery points to quicken spell a shocking grasp on the one who had just hit me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 15 to hit.
A 15 does not hit.
Really? Fuck. Huh. Alright, that kind of fucks up what I wanted to do, but that's alright.
If you have to, maybe take the opportunity attack. You are at full health.
I am not at full health. I was attacked
Oh.
in the surprise round.
Oh, these things kind of look like assassins, though. With an opportunity attack, you might not get like any kind of sneak attacks or anything it could have. So you should move and get out of any potential AoEs that could be coming that direction.
I don't think there's any easy way that you're gonna be able to get a fireball in here, Vinny. All right, then I'll do something new.
Beautiful.
I will do something new. Let me make sure I actually have the output for this. I do. So I like reach out like this electrified palm and try to get this guy so that I can run away, since that would take away his reaction. And when that doesn't work, I reach out once again, but with more power. And I'm going to fuck. Never mind. That doesn't hit.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
I will, however, still roll for my harness the surge. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Is it just concentration? God damn it. Okay, so now I have to roll on the wild magic table.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I gotta get the wild magic.
This could be good. This can be good.
Turn
Man
into a
about to
potted
break the
plant.
whole encounter.
Become a potted plant.
Sorry, I did not have this open at the start of the session. Okay, I think this is indeed the correct one, and I got... No, actually, this is not the correct one. This is based on a D50. Okay. Oh, God.
What is it?
You are transported to the astral plane until the end of your next turn, after which time you return to the space you previously occupied, or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. So, Ulan just... and it's gone.
Ulin, I will describe what you see at the end of this D&D session.
Oh no.
Sounds good.
Owen?
So yeah, everyone just sees as Ulin casts a couple spells and then just gives a yep, and then and there's just like this gaping hole where he once was, and you can see there's like this weird bluish energy rushing out in a couple of different directions, and that too like closes quickly.
Fuck.
Oh, ancient ones, not again.
Yorvin.
Fuck. Alright, so there's two. This is stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Edith, get my back! And I'm gonna come here and go, hey, fucker! And I'm gonna launch 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Yep, go for it.
So, yeah, I'm looking for it. There it is. That is... Oh, fuck me, I think it's a 13.
13 does not hit.
19, though.
19 does hit.
Okay. So it's 6 force damage on that one, which is pretty fucking piddly. God damn. I'm rolling like dog shit. We'll make up
Damage.
for this. And then I'm
so
gonna
you-
move right here.
Yeah, you run over, blast, hit this thing square in the face with this force damage, and yeah. Alucard?
I am going to begin my blade song, and I'm going to pull out both sonnet and cadenza and go, alright, let's see how this new fighting style works out. And I'm going to begin the blade song, which I believe is a bonus action.
Yes.
And then I am going to step forward and make a normal sonnet attack. Actually, sorry. I'm going to booming blade it because there's not another one within 5 feet. So I'm going to booming blade. We are level 5, so that actually does a d8 now, I think. Yeah, 5th level it does 1d8 thunder on the hit, and then it does 2d8 if it moves. But first we're just going to do the sonnet to see if it hits. A 26.
Yeah, a 26 hits.
Plus 1d8 thunder. So that is 7 slashing and 7 thunder damage, as I like kind of use cadenza as instead of as like an offhand weapon. I start striking it against the ground as a tuning fork to kind of like get onto the beat of the blade song, and then I just have that strike into whatever this creature is and wrap it in the sonic energy that I generated.
Yeah, so you do that, and you stab into it, and you can see as like this little shockwave rattles through this thing. You can see a bunch of like bones rattle strangely. And yeah, you do hit it.
That is my turn.
And as you look up, you can see as this thing sort of like looks between you, then you can see it looks at the other ones, and you hear as it starts clapping its like mouth together in this weird beat, like, and almost like you can just hear like the jaw coming up to the where the other teeth are, like this loud noise. You can see as the other two look over, and they all sort of like clack their mouths back up in unison too. And you can see they both sort of like combat roll away from Scion and go around Yorvin.
All right,
They disengaged around you.
That's what I was about to ask.
But the one that was next to me didn't move, correct?
Correct. And you all see as all three of them start stabbing towards Yorvin. What is your AC?
Right now it's 15, I believe. Let me make sure. 15. I don't wait. Hold on. Too many characters. Yeah, it's only 15.
15?
Yeah.
So you can see as the first one sort of misses, the one that you were attacking, but the other two are hitting. Are you doing anything to modify that?
No, but I'm gonna burn one of these motherfuckers.
Alright, so the first one goes and stabs at you and connects and does. You can see as it first does 8 piercing damage, and you also does an additional 12. So to make that 20 damage total.
Jesus fucking Christ! Wait, why does it do so much?
This is, you are distracted and is able to get right in between behind where you were at least expecting it to.
I think it just sneak attacked you.
Okay.
The second one does 4 piercing damage plus another 8, so that does 12 damage as it goes around and stabs in towards you.
Yeah, I'm almost dead. But the first one that hit me, it's gonna have to make a saving throw.
Okay. Was it?
I believe it's a dex saving throw. So
DC?
there you go.
It did get a 14 on that.
A 14?
Yeah.
So it failed.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's no damage attached to that, but it's 16 fire damage that it takes.
Alright. Yeah, as you sort of like get heavily stabbed by this thing, you turn around, light it up, and you can see it just ignites and it takes that full damage.
Not the best damage roll. I would have liked not a fucking 1 and a 3. These are D10s, damn it. I should be rolling above 5s half the time.
But with that,
You did.
it's its turn.
You literally did.
Scion.
Not on my Eldritch Blast.
All right. Well, I have a question about rules.
Yes.
Is using an innate spell the same as casting a leveled spell?
Innate as in what? Like from a magic item?
Yeah.
No, that is using the magic item.
Okay, so to be clear, I can use that and also use Healing Word.
Can I ask a question? The kid's got a 9. Can I ever disengage?
Oh, I forgot to put her on. Yeah, she can disengage and walk away. So, yes, you can use a magic item and cast a spell. I would say that for this.
All right. In that case, I am going to. It seems unnatural, but almost makes sense for it being so dissonant. I am going to pull the fiddle bow across the lute strings.
They pulled
And-
that bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss.
That is exactly what happens. And the one that is right here gets a Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh!
That does not roll anything, so don't get excited about that nat 20 that was wasted.
Oh no!
That also should be more than an 11 for the saving throw. Why is my spell DC saying it's 11?
So that's fine because it rolled a 4.
Great. That is good.
Your spellcasting modifier is set up to be the right stat.
Yeah, roll20 set this up completely wrong.
Sounds about right.
So it does not roll an attack. It is a saving throw.
Which one were you targeting?
This one.
Okay.
So, and also there's no crit damage. It takes the 10, just the 10 psychic damage, and has to immediately move as far away from me as possible.
You should have done this one. Then it would have taken the thunder damage.
5, 10, 15, 20. Does disengaging last until its next turn or till the end of its turn?
This is technically forced movement. I don't know if opportunity attacks even work.
Yeah, I wasn't counting on that.
25, 30.
It's for the remainder of its turn, not until its next turn, but this is forcing it to choose it is forcing it to use its reaction to move away. That is different from being pushed. I would say that does trigger opportunity attacks.
Hold on, pause for a second. I can tell you as soon as this loads. Okay, straight from Jeremy Crawford. The movement from Dissonant Whispers may provoke opportunity attacks since it uses your reaction.
Hell
Yep.
yeah!
Yeah, it's a
Disengage
reaction, I guess.
Last. How long does disengage last?
It does say until disengage is an action that a creature
For the rest of your
after
turn.
using disengage, that creature's movement does not provoke opportunity attacks for the remainder of its turn.
Yeah, so yeah,
fine.
you are able to
Oh!
attack it. And an 18 does hit.
Yeah!
Woo!
I'm so
Is it 15 damage?
Yeah.
So yeah, you slash
It
this thing
is.
as it's going by, and you rattle this thing bad, and it like stumbles on as it's running away from Scion, but it is still standing.
Oh, damn, they more health.
All right. Yeah, the second obviously does not happen, but that is a much better looking output for the spell. All right, and then I'm going to move 5 feet up, and I am going to do ba 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 da ba ba da.
You're really bop-bop-a-dopping.
14 health back to Yorvin.
And so we're saying that because you used an item that doesn't count as using
Wait,
2 level
is
Yeah,
spells.
so
Ulan
I was activating
down?
an item, not casting a spell.
Ulan's gone.
Oh yeah, he disappeared. That's right. Okay. I thought he was like dead, and I was like, oh, maybe we should heal him. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay. So again, this is my life on the line, which is the only reason I'm saying this. But so, what is it? The actual Connor? Is this an actual magic item?
It's
What?
what he homebrewed.
Because okay, because normally a lot of items specify that they just allow you to cast the spell through the item, and if that is the case, it is still casting a spell. It's just not using a spell slot.
If other items that do that say that, I'm going to do that wording instead, so give that bonus action, undo it.
See, it does depend, because there are specific items that are worded to say that activating the item is like a spell. It's the same as casting the spell, but it's not actually casting it. If it says grants the user the ability to cast that spell.
I will reword them after this comment, so it's not an issue going forward. For this one, I will let Pat do as he wanted to do, just because, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would have I would not have cast Dissonant Whispers if I could not heal.
Yeah.
He did
That's
ask
why I
first,
asked
yeah.
beforehand.
I'm just going off of if other items are saying that. Sure, whatever. I will reword it to be more clear and give an answer after this.
Well, I won't be able to do this until we rest again, so it won't be an issue for a bit.
So I
Yeah.
have 14?
You have 14 health back, yes. That is actually 2 off from the max I can give with Healing
That's
Word.
a big help.
And that is my turn.
All right. Phineas.
Yes, at long last. What's my target again?
You don't do that in
Roll 20 doesn't
Just
require
roll.
you to target, you just roll.
Okay, I thought that was right, and I couldn't find the thing that would allow me to target. Anyway, so I'm gonna go for this zombie right here. This zombie thing that's going click clack or whatever it is. And
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna try and slice it open.
Ooh, nice crit.
A
Thank
crit
you.
does in fact hit.
It
Was this
doesn't.
one right? Does
Yeah.
in fact hit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
come up and slash this thing with your scimitar. Real good.
I think that's all I can do.
All right. In that case, Edith.
Really quick, just to bring something back up. I'm pretty sure when I hit that one with the opportunity attack, it was supposed to stop moving because of Sentinel.
Okay, I can put it back here then.
Thanks. I just don't want to use my movement.
Nice.
Okay. Bop.
A 16 does hit.
Cool. Bop. Wait, was it still standing after the first one?
It was still standing.
Okay, then yes.
So you swing at this thing twice, and you can see you knocked a good part of it, and it like falls stumbling over to the ground, and it's like trying to crawl back up and get away from you at this point.
After both hits?
Yes, it is still standing.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Okay, well, that's gonna be all.
Ulan, was it the end of your next turn or start?
End.
So,
But hear me out. It doesn't say that I'm like incapacitated or anything. So unless I'm seeing something that like does incapacitate something, could I maybe ready in action?
your action's going to be used.
Oh, it is.
You're just going to pop back out. And you're going to be wide-eyed and sort of like breathless for a second.
Gotcha. All right.
You saw things that no mortal should.
Is my oh, wait, important question? Is my beard still intact?
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be the end of your turn then. Look, Yorvin, it is your turn.
Yeah, I have a gamble to make right now, and it's, do I try to take one opportunity attack to do more damage, or do I try to defend myself? I think in this situation, let me see.
They
I haven't
seem
used
to
this
have
spell in a
enough
while.
health that I would recommend going on the defensive if you're that low.
I can heal you again if you need it. That is also a bardic inspiration I don't get to cast, so it's kind of the trade-off.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I planned on doing this originally, and I'm gonna drop one of these. And I'm going to basically just suck in all of the heat around me from anything that touches me. So I have 15 temp HP now.
Fair.
And anytime I take damage, whatever damages me takes 5 cold damage.
Okay.
So that is my action. Bonus action, I don't think I have anything I can use because none of my cantrips are bonus actions. So that might just be the end of my turn, so I don't take the opportunity attack. Unless I want the opportunity attacks to proc.
That's if you want to, sure.
Try and get them to trigger the cold damage.
Yeah, because here what I was thinking is I could move here, proc 1 opportunity attack. It'll definitely get because that'll definitely get the damage, and then they might not both attack me then. But fuck it. I guess it's just a matter of when they would do it because nobody's gonna kill. Yeah, I'll fine. I'll just stay.
All right, Alucard.
I'm happy to go. Is there a reason that you moved me above the enemies?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not notice that. Huh.
Like, I'll take it if you're gonna give me it, but
I have no idea how you got there. Yeah.
That's weird.
In that case, Edith sees as this thing reaches into its coat, pulls something out, and throws it on the ground. And she just sees this little smoky thing come out, and then the figure goes like, and then she hears this thing, which is actually should be small,
is that
go
fucking small?
in common and say, "Oh yeah, I got it, boss," and then puts its thumb in its mouth and like blows hard, and all of a sudden there is smoke all around in this area.
Oh.
Is it
This is heavily obscured,
okay?
and it disengages.
With my sentinel, I can hit it even if it disengages.
Okay, it still disengages and tries to flee. You can try to hit it. And what is heavily obscured again?
She's gonna have disadvantage. She's effectively blinded.
So it is disadvantage.
I hit it.
Doesn't matter. As this thing turns and tries to flee, you crash down and slash it down. And you can just see it as this little smoky thing, you can barely see it like hovering in front of you, and it says, "No, boss, why?" These things. Oh, I didn't mean to move that one. They
Please
turn and
move
look
it.
at each other after seeing that whole thing happen. And they both turn and continue trying to hit Yorvin.
Well, at least they're gonna freeze their hands.
What's your
now.
AC?
Still 15.
So one of them does hit you.
Okay.
And that is 8 piercing damage. And with the ally next to it, it gets another 8 damage.
Great.
Oh
So
my
it takes
god,
5
this is a rogue.
Great. That's all of my temp HP, and it takes 5 damage for it. I should have used a bigger spell.
I mean, you could consider that as having preemptively done 15 points of healing.
I mean, yeah.
Like, you're up right now, which is good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so are they.
And the other one, seeing Ulun sort of pop out of existence, goes and stabs towards him.
Ooh.
What's your AC?
12.
It hits you. So first
That's
off,
fair.
you take 9 piercing damage. And with the
Ooh.
ally next to it, you take another 7 damage. So that is going to be 16 total.
Yeah.
You can see as both of them sort of like reeling from seeing this explosion, both sort of look at each other, and they both sort of like go into this weird stance with like daggers up looking at all of you. Alucard, is your turn.
Alright. I'm going to turn to the one next to me first and go, Yovan, get back. I'm going to try and distract them for you. And now that there are two next to each other, I'm going to green flame blade it.
Okay.
So it'll be an attack, and if it hits, it'll also deal some fire damage to it and the guy next to it.
So as you go to attack it, you can tell this thing is reeling. So when you give me the attack, give it with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay.
It is dodging.
Gotcha. That's not great.
You wouldn't have hit anyway on the first attack.
Yeah. And then on my bonus action, I am going to make an offhand attack with Cadenza as I kind of like spin around using the momentum of the first strike, even as it misses, to try and like get it with this short sword.
Yeah, go for it.
Nope.
Again, you still would have missed anyway, so...
Get the bad rolls out now.
Yeah, getting through them. Anything else?
That is action and bonus action. And there's not really anywhere I want to move right now that would be particularly helpful, so I think I'm good.
Scion.
Yes.
It's your turn.
Sorry, what is this?
So you saw as this thing was reeling and trying to get away, it reached into its coat, pulled that out, threw it out, and then you all saw it like stick a thumb below, and then smoke puffed up all around it. And this area is currently heavily obscured.
Also, Connor, sorry, I just remembered. This really only matters if I roll low, but I did cast a fire spell, so I have to roll a d20, right? Just to see if it hurts me.
Do it. Yeah.
No.
You're perfectly fine. Scion.
Alright. I am going to do the Scion thing. And that would be to look through Ulan right at this guy in the back. And I'm going to look him right in his not eyes and say... I had this. You, sir, are a frothy, hell-hated lewdster.
Oh god.
Yeah, you lewdster.
So, roll seduction?
Yeah, it failed. Which one? The one right here?
Yeah, that guy.
Alright, so, yeah. It took the damage. You could see as it sort of like registers offense in its emotionless face.
And I am going to immediately use my Mirth from Misery to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the one right next to it.
Alright.
So,
Which roll is that?
That is another saving throw, which I had written down. It is a Wisdom save of 15.
So you see, as this thing starts sort of like just cackling weirdly, where its like jaw is hitting the top of its head, and it's doing this as it sort of like falls onto the floor, rolling with laughter. Question mark. What is a
Yeah,
good
alright.
symbol for this? This is laughing now.
So, am I able to speak on Scion's turn?
You could eat up a reaction to say you do that.
Fuck it. Because I think when that happens, I would kind of turn back to him, and your would just say, like, "Good job, Scion! We need to get them down! They fight too well together! We have to split them up!"
Well, that should help. Motioning to the thing on the ground. All right. Why don't you do what? Go split them up, Yorvin, and strum a nice chord on my lute for you. Oh, never mind. The Mirth from Misery was my bonus action. You do not get any
Yeah.
inspiration.
Damn.
So I'm done.
Anything else? Yeah. Phineas, is your turn.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It ain't
You
broke.
do hit
It
him
ain't
again. So yeah, you just straight up slash him again. You're amazingly enough, just keep hitting him.
Incredible. Oh, do I get advantage on that because there's oh wait.
No.
Is it, okay. I wasn't sure if because there was somebody within 5 feet of me.
No,
That is
that's
so that is sneak attack for a rogue. It's not advantage, and you're also not a rogue.
Oh, sad.
that's a Gideon specific thing.
Tragic.
Katie's getting all our character classes just combined.
My 2 characters.
We must meld them into one.
To be fair, Gideon does have a level of druid, so they do mix a bit.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
if you just take a level in rogue in this one, they are 2 halves of the same coin.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I think that's all I can do then.
All right. Edith?
Okay. Well, because Edith saw that Maeve was over here before that stupid thing made all the dust, she was like, "Oh shit, gotta make sure that she's okay." So she's gonna attempt to strike down the dust boy if she
Mhm.
can.
Yeah.
Is that a
It is heavily
disadvantage?
obscured, so it's going to be at disadvantage.
Oof.
So you go and try to swing at this thing one time, and you miss because it's just very hard to see. And this thing is like almost like its body is half dust as well.
Do it again.
A
Was a
10
10 hit?
does not hit.
God damn it. Okay, I think that's all I can do though. Yep, that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Ewan?
All right, so so I'm still recovering from whatever the fuck just happened. Like, oh, but then this fucker stabs me, and so I'm gonna snap out of it just enough to do something. And I think what that is going to be, I'm going to cast Chaos Surge again, but twin spell it, and so to attack both of them with it.
Yeah.
So this for I'll do the one on the floor because I have advantage on him first.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a melee attack?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
That was shitty damage, but
Oh wait, yeah, because it's not Chaos Bolt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a touch attack.
yes, it's a different one.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you just sort of like reach out, touch it, and you just fill it with energy and can see it just go out. What damage type is it?
oh, that's an excellent question. Excuse me for a moment while I check the
According to that, it says chaos.
Chaos.
Shut up. So let's see. It's a 3, a 1, and a 4.
And it
I
gets
think
to
I'll choose
remake
fire.
its saving throw.
I choose fire. I rolled for it. Nothing happened.
Okay.
And then for the other one, not advantage. Oof.
Yeah, you missed that one.
But the one I did hit has to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Does incapacitate do anything to saving throws?
You can't.
I think it does
I
for
think you like auto
dexterity
fail
and
dex.
strength.
Yeah,
Also,
I think you auto fail dex and
Constitution.
strength.
Alright, so
Constitution,
it's
I think, is
modifier.
still the same as normal.
What was the question?
Incapacitation.
I think
for
it's the same.
saving throws.
Yeah, you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Everything else is unaffected. You can't take actions, reactions, or bonus actions. And for the purposes of these things, sneak attack requires one ally who is not incapacitated.
Mm-hmm. All right. So in that case, you do. It does fail that saving throw.
Neat. So for 1 round, it has bleed magic. And as Ulan sees that works on that guy, he's gonna say, he's gonna yell and be like, oh, "Get away from this!" Or that's not his voice. Get away from this one! As I'm still like reeling from shit. And then I am going to once again try and get my harness the surge. Fuck. That's another roll on the table.
Rip.
A 7. Get this fireball centered on myself.
Oh no!
No!
Are you serious?
I'm completely serious.
No, Brian.
For this one time, Brian, cast it just on yourself.
Come on. All right. Well,
Oh. Good lord.
so it's a
Also,
dex save,
Connor,
right?
roll another saving throw for
Yes.
the one that's prone.
It is a 5-foot
I mean-
centered radius on you.
All
I
right,
mean,
but it's a dex saving throw, right?
Yes.
I mean,
I'm changing
I
it
think
to
we
a
could handle it.
permanent from that roll.
Fuck.
It is going to be a 5.
How much damage? How many? What's it?
66.
Well, if you want to, I have I have a big circle up, but
I'm downed.
Clara,
Yeah.
no! I mean, Ulan, no!
like,
So we're all taking it.
if Connor, if you want, you can drop one. Like, it'll be like right here, and everybody but the kids taking it.
You know what?
Go with the we play with dice for a reason. It can happen.
We play with dice for a reason.
I'm only
Brian
saying
did
this
this to you.
It's a low
Everybody
roll.
takes it.
One of them is incapacitated, so it automatically fails.
So-
We
Yes,
do
that's
not know
true.
that yet. It could be not incapacitated since it took damage.
Wait, really?
So
Well,
what
Yeah,
do we
every
have to
time it
do?
takes damage, you have to re-roll the Tasha's.
Oh, fucker!
It did pass. So,
Yeah, so
let
it's
me actually give
prone,
that roll
but not
for it.
incapacitated.
what's your spell
However,
save?
it failed the fireball. I know for a fact it failed that.
Ulan, what's your spell save,
I failed.
DC?
15.
Okay,
Dex
I
save?
succeeded.
Woohoo!
Oh,
I take 16, so I'm actually still up because Sion saved my life, and I like him more.
Yeah, now you're real happy that you ended up casting Armor of Agathis earlier.
I mean, yeah.
So I take 8 then?
Yeah, you and I take 8.
Half.
Yeah. And Phineas, that is going to be a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
We're playing with Pathfinder rules, so Edith takes double damage on a nat 1, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Edith all of a sudden just gets hit by some fire out of nowhere. What the
Finny-
fuck is happening out there?
What's the
Phineas,
DC?
use your bardic inspiration. You automatically pass.
15, Connor.
Yeah, Phineas, I'm just going to tell you right now, you should probably use that bardic inspiration.
How do I do that?
You
Just
just
say
you
you're
say you
using
do.
it.
Normally you roll a d8, but you literally need to roll a 1 to pass.
So, yeah, with that, you only take 8 fire damage.
Ouchies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think it's fitting that for the first time Ulan fireballs his party on accident is because he saw the face of God or some shit. Like he's just
Okay.
like out of his...
Yeah, you just like come back from the astral void and you go,
Fuck.
fuck it, not after that. You snap your fingers and blow yourself
Not,
up.
not even. He just sits there, screams, and explodes. Like, that's...
Jorvin, you see Ulan reappear from, like, the beyond realms, just look around with a crazed look, grab the skeleton assassin next to you, and just say, "I'm taking you with me," and explodes.
God, motherfucker! If you weren't dead, I'd kill you myself. Fuck. I have no more spells, so we are going to. How is Scion looking?
About 8 worse than he was a few seconds ago. Other than
Disengage.
that, fine.
5, 10. Are we able to like go up here, or is that?
That is a stair.
And can I still see him from here?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm purely going to disengage and back off, and if it's still standing next turn, then I can actually fucking throw out Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
So, good luck.
You can see as this thing sort of looks around with like a scorched face, and it's like looking around, and it just disengages, turns around, climbs 10 feet up, and it starts running away. And around Edith, the smoke disappears, and you see just this thing look around and say, "Oh, boss, wait! And it tries to leave. And Edith, I think that triggers something.
Yeah.
That do be a
You do
schmack.
hit it that time.
Nice.
And it is stopped there as you sort of like swing down and put a big gash around the back of this thing. Is 10 the final damage on that?
Yeah.
Okay, you do not kill it. And you can see as you like sort of hit it, it sort of like turns around and goes, "Wait, no, please, I didn't mean it," and throws its hands up. Alucard, it is your turn. These things are about 10 feet up onto the roof.
You're not getting away. That's not his voice. You're not getting away. I'm gonna Misty Step up there.
Okay.
That is a 30 feet Misty Step. I'm assuming I can get next to it with that.
Matt,
said it was-
yes. You could get like,
You
Yeah,
said it
you
was
could get,
10
like-
feet up. I don't know how. Like, is it actually this far down on the roof?
yeah, you'd be able to get up there with just the Misty
So-
Step.
Well, that's 10 feet from. And then we got
10,
5,
10.
10, 5. Yeah, so this would be the full 30 feet of Misty Step.
Yes.
And that is a bonus action. And these things have been dodging me left and right, so I'm going to try another new thing. Alright, let's see what these elven blades are truly... let's see what this lost blade is truly made of. And I'm just going to strike Cadenza onto the ground, and it needs to make a Constitution saving throw or take 3d6 damage, thunder damage. Actually, I should probably just Booming Blade it, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna Booming Blade it.
Alright, go for it. That hits.
And it's another 1d8 thunder. So that's gonna be 19 damage total, 7 of it being thunder damage. And if it moves before my next turn, it takes another 2d8 thunder.
You walk up behind this thing, you're like slashing both of it. You can see it's like crumbling, and you can see as it's like falling down, it's like trying to crawl its way away from you. And this thing is like on its last legs as you like chop off bits of its armor and bits of its bone. I believe that brings us to Scion.
Alright, Sion's just going to point to this little guy and goes, "It speaks! Grab it!" And I'm going to... Can I see onto the roof?
Barely. It would be difficult to hit anything there.
Never mind. It doesn't need to see me, and I don't need to see it. Never mind. I do need to be able to see it, but it doesn't matter if it's obscured. I just need to be able to see it. So you know
You
what?
can't see it.
I'll step back 5 feet, and then what are you? Oh, thank God it's running away. We don't have to look at just how ugly and how horrible that breath was.
Connor,
Yes.
I have a possibly important question.
Okay.
Since it did say that I cast Fireball, do I have to roll the d20 to see if it gets bad stuff / gets double damaged?
Yes.
Okay.
If you
alright.
if you retroactively TP chaos right here,
This man
So-
needs to be stopped.
I'll
Pat,
kill my
Fuck
dad.
you
I
for
swear I'll
killing
do it.
things with vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Does that actually work?
2 health remaining. Yep.
Damn, I had a hell of a plan and everything.
I fucking chase it down and strike it with my sword, wrapping it in sonic energy, and then Scion just calls up, "Ya mom's a hoe!" and he drops dead.
Whoever
You
runs
hit it,
away from
knocked
a
it on its ground, and with its last efforts, it was trying to escape, and then it just heard its mom's a hoe and just gave up.
Damn. I gotta say, Scion fucking soloed that. That was impressive. Those were every spell you had was super helpful. I'm impressed.
That is how I play this one.
About me.
Oh yeah. So if I kick him, does that give him any failed saving throws?
You can give him as many failed as you want.
Can I give him maybe 2? Just to
Oh yeah, you can kick him twice.
All right, you go ahead, kick him twice, and then after that, there.
see. Could I see that one die?
Yeah, you could see the edges of it crumble down as it starts falling down the roof because this is a tilted angle.
Okay. So seeing that, I imagine there would have been a moment where Yorvin kind of stumbles over, kind of in a daze, kneels on the ground over here, and goes, "Fuck. Well, one thing left to do," and pulls out the knife and goes to cut Ulin open.
Edith would like to grab this dust thing.
Yeah, we are still in the initiative
Oh
order.
wait,
You
oh,
still
wait,
are in
is that-
initiative.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was dead. Never mind. Never mind.
This thing, though, it does have its arms up and it said, "Don't hit me."
Oops,
Please.
Sorry, thought it was dead.
So, Phineas, what do you do with this information?
Dead.
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 Dead. Dead.
Dead.
Hello.
Dead.
Hello.
There we go.
Alive.
I'm sorry.
Katie.
I got up to go to the bathroom, so I missed everything that happened in the last 5 minutes. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Everything is dead except for this thing, which threw up its arms and said, "Please don't hurt me." What do you do?
So I'm kind of gonna walk over to it. And is this thing a zombie? Is this does it look the same as the other things? Just
It looks
smaller?
like that. It does not. It does not look like a humanoid thing whatsoever.
Yeah.
It is
full
almost
scope
half made of smoke and dust.
It's like a little smoky creature.
Can I? Hold.
Keep it alive.
It did.
Hold on.
It did surrender.
Can I use my animal handling to see if it Actually, wait. I can cast a spell.
It speaks.
It did speak, so calling
Yeah.
it an animal might be a little speciest.
As you suddenly cast a vicious mockery.
I guess since it spoke, I will just kind of like wearily approach it and say, like, what do you want?
As it sort of like has its arms up and it's looking around and says, well, I'm no longer bound by them, so can I go home? It says as it sort of like smiles at you.
Phineas kind of looks over to Edith and says, well, do you think we should let this creature go, or?
No.
I think we should
And
take
on
them to the
Edith's turn-
interrogation station.
Yeah, on Edith's turn, she wants to grab it.
Yes! I was gonna say that.
Go ahead, give me a athletics check.
Oh, okay. It's still a 20. That was the first roll.
Ooh.
Let me check its stats. Oh shit. So yeah,
-3.
Connor, there is something I'm gonna point out here because I am gonna be a rules lawyer. It can use acrobatics.
in that case, bring that up to a 12.
Like she still wins.
Yeah,
But
I'm just grabbing this little shit.
You can see as you try to reach out and grab it, it tries to like squirm its way out, but you have like an iron clasp around it, and it says, "No, please don't hurt me."
And then she's gonna turn it around and like kind of like put it in the middle of all of, or not like let go, but just like put it kind of in the middle of our group and be like, so what, like basically kind of trying to interrogate it now, like trying to group the group back together and try to get information out of this thing.
so is combat over?
As long as you hold it down but don't hurt it, it will sort of like not try to break out. It'll just answer as it will. Combat is out.
Right.
Over.
I'm gonna drag the corpse off of the roof when I come back to the party. Just because I want them all there. Undead can sometimes undead again.
Fair.
Good catch, Edith. I'm impressed you caught the little bastard. Do me a favor. Hold it out for me.
She does.
Can actually, oh, you know what? There's enough open space right there. So I still have cantrip. No damage because I don't need to fill the whole thing. I'm using create bonfire to make a roaring flame directly underneath this thing, and I'm gonna come here and go, all right, creature, start talking.
There we go. So it's like not hurting it yet, but just like under it.
Yeah, it's like I have like one hand out control, like holding it back, but as soon as it says something I don't like, I will just let go and incinerate it. Which is kind of, in a way, I'm kind of saying like I'm readying an action to do that.
As like the flames sort of look underneath, it like looks down, looks back at you, looks down, looks back at you, says, well, what do you want to explain?
I think she's gonna ask the questions. And just kind of nod towards Edith.
You called that one boss. Who are they?
Well, that was Shine. As he points at the one behind you. His name was Eden, and that one was Adam. Well, was.
Okay, well, who do they work for?
Well, when they originally got me, they worked for the Thieves Guild, but it's been a while since we've done any of those works.
Do they work for anyone else now?
Well,
for a while, we've sort of just been wandering through the town, killing any human we come across. They don't really talk too much. I sort of just get the message when he points at stuff and goes, clack, 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 clack.
Did you know these people before they were undead?
Well, yeah, my contract was made while they were alive.
Who turned them undead?
Well, that was a while ago.
Well, you better remember. And, like, looking at Yorvin, like, side-eye.
Those two died in the plague,
He says, pointing to these two, and then he points to this one.
he died in the riots.
And you're missing the most important part.
I told you when they died.
How did they become alive again?
Well, they weren't alive. Everyone that dies in this city comes back undead.
Did we know that?
That's
New
news
information.
to
I think
me.
that's new.
Yeah. I think
Well-
that's new as well.
Well, at least every corpse I've seen die has ended up as a skeleton or zombie.
Hmm. We've killed both of those. What we just fought wasn't either. Why?
Well, you could say extra skilled in life, extra skilled in unlife.
Good to know that that's a possibility. Further reason for us to all stay alive.
Why have you been
Part-
killing any human that comes into the city?
Well, I just do whatever they want me to.
Why did they want to?
Well, I don't really know their philosophical reasonings anymore. But I'm just bound to do whatever they say. It's in the contract.
You can see as he like sort of reaches into himself, pulls out what looks like a pebble, and it has like very tiny script written in it.
Ah, yes, let me take this to my friend Fox.
Can I? Wait? Can I take it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. It's like so. It looks like a little pebble with writing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell what language it's in?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
No.
Well, the good news is, I don't think this creature comes from below. I know of creatures that deal like this. It's not one of them.
Does anyone? Oh, Ewan, do you look at it?
And I'd
His
like to
mic is
take a look
muted.
at it at some point.
What languages do you guys know?
On top of what was already said, Dwarven and Draconic.
Both of you see letters of Dwarven in it, but it's not the Dwarven language.
Do I know of any other languages that use the same character set as Dwarven?
You know that. Actually, give me a Arcana check.
Sure thing.
You know that there are certain other planes that use similar scripts as the dwarves because the dwarves came from another plane of existence. This is like an old creation myth, so they are renowned for saying, "Oh, we have like the actual people of the earth use our language, spirits of the earth."
Dwarven characters, but not their language. Some sort of earthen elemental, I would guess.
That I would have said it in character. I would have asked Phineas what languages he knows.
Katie?
Leave Druidic
Okay.
and Common.
Wait, what was the first one?
Druidic and Common.
That's it?
Yeah.
Don't humans start with one extra language?
Uh, yeah, I think they do.
Katie, you can pick an extra language at some point. We'll continue on.
Choose Terran.
Just a wild suggestion. I have an idea of a possible language.
I will give you a list of languages you can choose. Terran will not be on them.
Boo.
Well, I suppose there's an easy way to figure this out. All right, creature. What language is this written in? And I hold up the little pebble.
It responds with, which just sounds like two rocks rubbing against each other.
You have to understand. I don't know what that means.
What's his best translation? Rock speak? Earth speak? Earthen? Terranen?
So you're not from hell then. What?
He just sort of tilts his head and say, "What's a hell?"
If you're not a fiend, what are you?
Edith, you can give me a Witcher lore check.
Okay.
Does he remind me at all of Pebble?
No.
Wait!
Oh.
Shit! Who has Pebble?
Jackson.
Fuck! Pebble could probably read this.
Well, we can hold on to this.
Pebble also doesn't actually speak.
Also
That's... Wait, hold on. Flaw in my plan.
true. Okay, Pebble, write down what this means, and then writes it back down in Terran again.
Writes back in perfect common. I can't read. Wait, so what did we learn with the lore check? Anything?
She doesn't
With-
know. But he'll
Within
say,
that one, probably not much.
Yeah. So I mean, I asked him. I asked it what it is.
well, I'm not from here, and this isn't really my body. I'm from a different sphere of existence.
Different.
You know what those are, right? You're not too dumb.
The spheres were conjoined already. What do you mean you're from a different sphere of existence?
There are more spheres. Some of them conjoined and some of them left.
What?
Imagine two balls colliding, and then the two balls leave.
Ah, trust me, I don't have to imagine. Sometimes you just sit down the wrong way, and it's a nightmare. But that's interesting. And how did these? I don't care what their names were. These creatures. How did they bind you to their service?
Well, I believe they hired a mage. And they pulled me from my room, and then I was bound to this body.
They're dead now, and you're still here.
You see, he sort of looks around and says, "Oh, yeah. It takes a while to dissipate." You can see he sort of wanders. I suppose if you just whacked me hard enough and I died, I'd return, but that might be quite painful.
And I hold up the little pebble with the writing on it. And what exactly is the significance of this stone?
Well, that is the terms of my service.
Interesting. Well, I think you'll find that. And I kind of take it in my hand and stuff it in my pocket. I think you mean the terms of our service now.
You can see he sort of like tilts his head and says, Did you sign it?"
Sign it? Oh, no. I have better plans.
Well, you can see he sort of like shifty eye looks around.
I don't know what you guys want, but I don't know. Maybe you could help me get back home? And he does like finger guns pointing at everyone.
Edith, do me a favor. Please see what information you can get out of this thing, but whatever you do anything but kill it. I have something to work on.
She just looks back at the thing and says, "So you really don't know what force is causing people to turn undead in this city?"
Well, at first I thought it was the plague that went through the city, but we killed people and they just rose as undead too, so it probably wasn't the sickness.
Everybody. I feel more. I feel a bit more crispy than I remember.
You go over there. I can't have you interrupting this.
You be quiet.
As I just continue laying on the ground. Okay.
Yorvin, if I may, we don't necessarily know about this, but we do have a repository of arcane knowledge that might allow us to learn how to rebind it into our service.
Find whatever information you need. I think I have my answer already.
Well, that would require returning to the tower, which will take some time, and it looks like yours is, a bit more immediate, and I fear drastic.
Go back to the tower or wait until I'm done. The choice is yours, but I have plans for the creature. If you want information out of it, I suggest you get them now.
Edith, let me know when you're done with your questioning. I have a few.
I mean, he doesn't seem to know anything about this city, really, which is not helpful.
True, but we all have our own goals as well, and...
Feel free.
First, some respect for you. What is your name?
Well, my old name was, well, Emerald, but they just called me Dust.
Emerald, then. What do you know about the history of the elven magics in this land?
Oh, the elves? They're all around. I've seen them a bunch.
And what of their magics in this land?
Magics? I don't really know. I just know that things are, well, you can see as it sort of like puffs out and blows and makes like some dust in the air.
Do you know where any of the elvish settlements are?
Well,
You did just say you've seen a lot of them.
well, it's been a lot in this town for the past however long, but I could say I saw a town or two of elves back when we were, well, alive.
Where?
You can see it like sort of smells. Promise me you'll help me get home and I'll tell you where.
Sure, I promise I will do whatever I can to get you home after Yorvin is done with whatever experiment he's working on.
Follow the river upstream, the one that Kamgrad's on. At the top of the waterfall, there's Elven Village there. We had 3 contacts that you can see it just sort of continues blabbing on, then suddenly stops and then just looks around and then just, stays quiet.
Names of the contacts. Give me those, and I will help you after the experiments are done.
Uh, they killed all of them.
Cool, give me the names of the dead contacts then.
Well, you had Callan. You had. You can see it sort of like rubs its head, like thinking for a few seconds. It says, I think one was Aowen. Yeah, Aowen. That was one. Minerva. Minerva was the last one.
And final question. Have you any familiarity with the mage Salazar?
What?
Are you familiar with the mage Salazar?
Name doesn't ring a bell.
Yorvin, I'm done with him.
Good. I'm just getting started. Ah, this is the worst part. You said your name was Emerald?
Yes.
Edith, you have a good grip on him, right?
And she tightens her grip.
Somebody drag Ulin away.
I'll just drag Ulin away a little bit. I'm used to his outbursts like this.
Is there anything final you'd like to say? This next part is most likely going to be very unpleasant for you.
Oh, are you sending me back home?
No, not quite.
Even Edith is kind of getting sketched out by whatever Yorvin's trying to do. Like, what the fuck, man? It's kind of dark.
Well then, enjoy your silence. And I kind of kneel down next to the fire I have and go, the skeletons did part of the hard work for me, and I kind of run my dagger along one of my wounds to coat it in my own blood and then run it through the fire to burn it off. And that ought to start something, shouldn't it?
So you just see flames sort of lick up, and they sort of engulf Eden's hand in the tiny little elemental. Edith, the fire doesn't hurt whatsoever, and the little elemental just sort of like chuckles around and says, you know fire doesn't really hurt me too much, right?
Perfect. And I take the pebble in one hand, and the hand with that little pebble in it, I stick it in the whole hand into the fire, and I start chanting an infernal. And I will tell you what I say. All this is infernal, by the way. And that is Connor. So I messaged you the incantation that I call out. I want to know if there's any kind of response.
As you sort of say that, you can see the flame sort of reaches a crescendo and then immediately dies. And as you like blink, this thing is gone, and you can hear and almost feel like the tome by your side is like vibrating back and forth.
The what is?
Your tome.
I'm gonna open it up.
Phineas's eyes just kind of widen, and he goes, "What did you do?"
I've contracted myself something quite useful.
Syphilis?
And Connor, is that what it says in the tome?
It just says that in Infernal.
Scion like points to Ulin and goes, I've heard that's a pretty bad one if you did give that to him.
I'm just gonna close the book, kind of reattach it to my belt, and go. Good to know we've gotten something out of this. God, that hurts, though. Edith, thank you. Much appreciated.
What did you do?
Let's just say our little friend there is under new management.
I think you owe us a more legitimate explanation than that.
I don't think I do.
I absolutely think you do. What the fuck kind of answer is that?
I think we have a Witcher lair in the sewers to find. It's going to take time to complete this. But for now,
Hey, I
the-
have already been possessed by a goddamn demon from someone hiding from us. You're gonna have to explain what you just did.
If I could put it into terms I thought you would understand, I would.
Try.
You're right. You've been possessed by an otherworldly spirit that's taking control of your actions. Wouldn't it be good to reverse the fortune a little bit? Be on the other end. All that matters is the creature belongs to me now.
I think you have
And-
a weird definition of what matters here.
I'm gonna kind of drop the now like smoking pebble out of my hand on into where the fire was. A contract for a contract.
Jorvin, we will not be slavers.
You cannot enslave that which is not alive. That creature is a tool, and one that I plan on using effectively. You've seen what it's capable of.
I
Not to
don't know,
mention
that
it's
sounds a lot like
intelligent.
slavery.
Call it whatever you want. Creatures from these other realms have no. If they're going to stay within this one, they will do a job.
It
Or we
didn't
could you
want
just
to stay in
send
its
it
one.
home?
It wanted to go home. Keeping something away from its home and forcing it into labor against its will is the very definition of slavery, you fucking psycho!
And
Jorvin,
it will
I'm
go
sorry,
home
but
when I'm done with it.
I cannot abide
Whoa.
by this.
You don't have to. Your vow
Before
means
we
nothing
all-
to me.
before we all start killing each other, let's keep on moving, shall we?
The Witcher's right. We have a job to do.
Doesn't surprise me that the Guild of Child Slavers is okay with this. Which I'm just gonna say under my breath.
So yeah, with that, you're all able to make it to the next square.
Oh boy.
So where do you go? Are you going for the market area, or are you going for where you
No.
saw the sewers
No.
discharge?
Sewers.
The crab.
So with that, you are able to get it, back to the docks, and do you just go straight to where you saw like the sewer entrance down at the bottom left?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Is Omen
So
still
as
here?
you guys start
yeah,
climbing in,
Wait, is the
Uh,
sheep here?
oh yeah, as you walk up, you like search for the sheep, and you notice it on a different rooftop.
I told you he'd be up there somewhere.
Can we see if this horse is still in this building?
Oh, that horse,
Oh,
not there.
Great.
Start checking roofs. Start checking the rooftops.
You do not see a horse on any rooftops. You don't need to roll for that.
Ulan's gonna walk away from the party for a second and cast mage armor on myself, and then try and possibly recover, harness my tides of chaos.
Go for it.
There we are. Oh, thank God.
Yep. So you guys enter into the sewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
All right. Everyone, give me a Constitution saving throw as you enter into it. You should be in the top middle.
Yes. Grab.
Oof.
Crabbing in my crab.
So anyone that got
middle?
below 12 sort of gags
Okay.
and reels from the smell and stench coming around, and
That's
you
for the
sort of
kid.
like all sort of like kneel over and sort of like almost like throw up for a few seconds.
Edith
That's
is
it for
like,
now.
ah, smells like home.
I can feel it in my wounds.
God, this is almost as bad as the brig in Nilfgaard.
So yeah, you sort of like climb through this pipe, and like a couple times you have to like step in the water, which it's been several years, but still like has this lingering stench. Eventually, it opens up to this area that is covered in debris.
This.
And as you get in, it is dark in here. How are you lighting the way?
Dancing lights.
Dark vision.
I'll also
Understandable.
I'll cast light on Sonnet.
All right, yeah. So you climb through it, and as you get in, you see right in here there's a statue of a crab right in the middle of the like sewer pool.
Statue?
Which
There's
direction
that.
is it facing?
It is facing down.
Hey, crab.
It
Did you
responds.
say it's a
"Yeah."
statue?
Yeah, it is a statue.
Okay.
He's sleeping.
Well, they said follow the
Edith-
crab, right? It appears to be pointing down that way.
Edith, jump across.
We all should be able to.
Yeah, I
Just
think with the
based on
running
that.
start, you can all make it. You, as you walk, you do see there is a almost what looks to be a plank bridge off to the side.
Oh yeah, that would have been
Jump.
helpful.
Jumps.
Actually, wait. I just realized something. This is before we came down to the sewers. Okay, would we retroactively be able to say that, like, at the docks, could we take a short rest?
I'll allow it.
Oh, yeah, that's also just me asking everybody else. Like, even we're only at the entrance. If we just double back and like wait outside there, we know that that little Fisher's Guild building is safe, just so we can get some like health back after the fucking fireball incident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
would be
I
fine
am
with a
at
short rest.
5 health.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I'm at
say
3.
we did that.
Good.
As you update that, I'm
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
quickly pee.
Good.
Well, that's
Maybe-
one down.
Since we're taking a bit of time, maybe you can actually explain yourself better.
Oh no, we're not doing that. We're just gonna say we rested and keep going.
Do I roll the hit dice again?
I don't think you understand how not okay with slavery Alikar is.
You can talk about it later, boys.
Do I just? It's what is it? A D8 plus my
I used every
Just
one of my
roll the hit
hit dice.
die button
Oh, there is a.
Yeah,
I used 4 of mine.
and then
I
add
used
it.
all of mine,
health.
but I have spells back, so I am a little concerned about fire down here, though.
I'll respond to Edith. Fine, we get through this, but then we're having this discussion.
Can talk about it at night.
At night.
Mr. DM, that's not at his microphone right now.
No, that's not BBC.
He's almost there.
I'm back. Hello. What is
Connor,
going on?
does Edith feel anything on her medallion as she goes down this way?
Did I give a radius of that thing?
No, you just kind of tell me sometimes when it happens.
Okay. So as you sort of like walk in and sort of like get a little bit further in, it very slightly hums. It feels like there's something not close, but maybe somewhere in the sewer system.
Yay!
There's
I would
pizza
like to
here.
continue this way.
So
You-
everyone, as you continue down, can you give me a perception check?
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I am not on my game right now.
Scion is very aware of everything lately.
Damn, just poor dice roll all around.
You get possessed
So-
by one ghost and then you become paranoid.
Scion sort of has this moment as he's like walking down that he's like half looking around, and he just notices as he looks further down, you know, at night where sometimes you see like two eyes staring back at you, reflecting the
Yeah.
light near you. He sees that further down into the sewers. Just two eyes staring back at him, like coming straight from this direction.
Are they moving?
No,
Are they crabby?
I
there
was
are
gonna-
two of them.
Two sets of eyes or two eyes?
Two eyes. One
Scion
set of
just-
eyes.
So yeah, he just puts a hand up and like straight ahead. Eyes.
How far?
That way.
I could send I could send my lights over there.
Yeah, I also have mine up.
I can also have Bartholomew scout forward.
Fuck, I always forget about Bartholomew.
You shouldn't. He's great.
He is a valued and treasured member of the
What? He
party.
didn't do anything!
Are you
He's-
willing to go send
he
them to a
scouts.
possible death?
A possible crab?
I'm hoping that it doesn't result in that, but I've had some
Hey, Katie, you
experience patching him up.
Katie, you got a swim speed yet?
No.
No.
We didn't
Damn.
level
Edith?
Um,
Do we
could
even
I
know where
turn
we're
my
going?
Could I turn my dancing lights into a small rabbit and send them forward?
Can I just draw my sword and keep walking?
Yeah, you can do all these things. So, what is happening?
Well, if Edith's just gonna keep walking forward regardless, I'm gonna stay up front with her. I'm just gonna be like, reminder, we can scout ahead without the danger.
Edith, wait. Do we even know where we're going?
No, we don't.
Look, you're the Witcher. You would know these people better than any of us. They had to have left some kind of sign or something to let other Witchers know where to go, right?
Crab.
It was follow the crab.
It said, follow the crab, and my medallion did indicate that something is here. Now, I'm not sure if that means... Can I tell if it means danger or, like, something else?
Typically, it means something that you would consider unnatural. So something that comes from another plane of existence, or something like a monstrosity, undead, fiends, celestials, aberrations,
my-
that sort of thing.
My medallion is shaky, so that means there's something down this way. Again, I'm not sure if it's leading us towards their previous keep, or if, there's something awaiting us with a more sinister fate, but
Well,
I
these-
think we should just keep moving.
These repulsive tunnels branched off. There was other ways we could go. This one clearly has something living in it. Are we sure this is the one that we're meant to head down before we engage in another altercation?
Crab. Crab.
I mean, we could check the other ways if you want.
But crab.
Wait, was this crab? What direction was it facing?
That is
Down.
the first thing I asked, and that's the direction we're going.
Oh, it was? Okay. I didn't hear that.
That's what we've been saying.
Okay.
Why do you think I was just saying crab?
Because you're Brian. Yeah.
Crab.
Yorvin, we have exactly one clue, and we're following it. What would you
I didn't
suggest we
realize-
do otherwise?
I didn't realize that it was that we already knew it was facing this way. I thought we were just going
Yeah, he
forward.
went, do we have any clues? And I went, crab. Crab.
That didn't help.
I draw my
Okay.
greatsword and
Never mind.
keep walking.
Yeah, oh, then in that case, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
all
I'll
for it.
continue on.
Oh, wrong button.
To the eyes.
As you like send these lights out and you
Right.
continue walking in, you see a figure just staring back at you, and it's hooded. And you also see another crab statue. This one is broken in half and placed on a table.
Does the figure seem undead, or is it humanoid? Or something neither? Oh, werewolf, hello.
Hello,
Rat.
Mr. Attila.
Rat.
Or
That is a
ratfolk.
rat. Huh.
Rat,
That is a
rat.
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 And as you sort of get like within range, it's like staring at you, and it says, "Man things, living man things."
Go on, Edith. Those are your people, I guess.
And Scion just like taps Alucard on the shoulder and goes, "Is that a witcher?"
And I look between that, Edith, and then back at that again, and just go, honestly, with you humans, I really can't tell the difference.
Get inspiration for racism! Yay!
Yeah.
Where's my inspiration?
Yes.
That's reverse racist. That's worse.
Oh god. Anyway,
Alright.
Edith is gonna call out and say, "Hello. Are you part of the Witchers Guild?"
You can see it just sort of tilts its head at you and says, "No. Which are man things? Not alive anymore."
Yes, I know. I am here to collect the items that were left behind and return them to the guild.
Considering the first thing he said to us was, living man things mine, I don't think he's gonna like that response.
Shh! You know, I don't care.
Why man things come to nest sewer lair?
What? Say that again?
It
Why
wants to
man
know
things
whether-
come to nest sewer lair?
Why
Oh,
thing?
crabs.
Us, we are the man things. So he's asking why we're in the sewer.
We are here
Crabs.
to collect items from a Witcher keep that is located somewhere down here.
Edith, you might have to dumb it down a little bit for this thing.
Why say lot word when few word do trick?
See, he gets it.
Those crabs, and she points to the one on the table. Are there more?
You can see it sort of nods at you and says, "Yes, yes. Nowhere. Crab statue. Lay."
Can you show us where more are?
you can see it sort of like tilts its head for a few seconds and says, "Name Scalper. Scalper can lead bring you to where other crab statues things lay."
Oh
Wait,
god, he's a
for
fucking
Christ.
lich.
what do we know that name from?
We don't.
You're thinking of Sculper.
Yeah, that's why I made the joke of, oh fuck, he's a lich.
Scalper,
Yeah.
as in someone that scalps.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
He's
Okay.
been stealing tickets from the troll and selling them to other people at a higher rate. He's evil. We gotta kill him.
Ah,
Kill him.
Yes,
We
yes.
gotta
Have
kill him.
any concert tickets? Do you want to see Justin Bieber?
Yes! Yes! Wait, how much?
Oh,
I
only
just start
20
throwing
gold.
I just throw everything I have on him. Give me those tickets.
Can you take us to Crab, please?
What's price negotiation give?
And Scion's just going to step forward and be like, Edith, do you want me to just have him take us?
Yes, please. You know I don't do the talking.
So I'm gonna cast Charm Person on it.
Oh wow, we're gambling out here.
All right. Are you modifying it in any way? Is it the +2?
So yeah, I guess yeah, I am going to raise the DC. It should be 17 now, not 14
Alright,
like it says
And
there.
it is wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows rat people love their wisdoms.
All right. It is charmed.
Oh, okay.
So he just
So-
comes up, plays a little lick from what he knows this guy's favorite song is.
As you like start strumming, it says, "My thing make noise." What? Scalper like that noise.
Yes, Scalper. Now, you should go take us to where the rest of the crab statues are.
Why? What that crab statues? What? Witcher's long dead.
Yes, but we were hoping that you could help us learn more about them and see so that we can also learn from them.
You can see it sort of like processes in its head for a few seconds and say, "Scalper, no. Witcher lair. Know where places. Scalper can lead you."
That's yeah, their message.
Yes. Scalper lead us to Witcher Lair.
But what Scalper get?
Scalper
Good
get
music,
hit.
of course. And I just point at Scion and go, noise. Men-thing noise. Unique. New.
Scalper
Alright.
like man-thing noise. What?
Scalper get many thanks.
Scalper like money more.
Why do
Now,
you need
many,
money?
Many pay much money for man-thing noise.
Oh,
I think we
nice.
should let Scion do the talking here. I'm gonna be real, guys. If a check
Yeah,
comes up, I want him rolling.
It should be
That's
Scion
money.
or the druid.
Hey, I have the same
like-
bonuses as Scion. Thank you very much.
It's charmed
Scalper.
to him.
Yes, but he is
Scalper needs weapons. Slay weapons. Slay main kill weapons.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Scalper
Scion's
like
just going
egg.
to Scion's gonna hold up his rapier and be like, "It's yours if you show us where the lair is."
You can see as it jumps and like scuttles over on all fours, and like jumps over again, completely ignoring the bridge, and runs up and grabs the rapier and like looks at it. And you can see it pulls out an old rusted dagger and throws it into the water and say, "Shiny, Scalper Lake."
And Scalper will receive it when we are all done here.
Scion, if it helps, I have a handful of shiny coins that I could give to Scalper too when he gets us there.
That too. There could also be that. He said he wanted weapons, so?
And Scalper bring you to Nest Layer, and you give noise to other people in Nest Layer. Yes.
Nest layer?
There's more of them.
Yes,
Is-
I will
is-
happily perform for the rest of you, once. But first, the Witcher Lair.
You can see as he sort of like ponders for a few seconds and says,
Come.
"Follow." And it starts like jumping over, and it goes over here and says, "Shortcut. Avoid monster over there." And it starts going down this way.
What a good man.
Alright, we're trying to keep up.
Oh god, the map's having a struggle. And I'm just going to tell you, he guides you basically through a safe passageway, so you are able to go through here, all the way down here, and eventually he leads you to a pipe down over here. And because he knows the way, he's able to avoid other things that are in here. And
Down
eventually
here?
he brings you down. Well, my map's freaking out.
You're
My
saying
map's
Hold on.
freaking out a little bit too.
Mine's fine.
Eventually he brings you down here and says, "Scalper, go first. Door to layer. Scalper never gets in." And then he just goes down into the pipe.
I lost
Hey.
Phineas on the map, so I'm just gonna redrag him.
Hey, Scion, are you sure it was a good idea to give that thing your weapon?
Well, I mean, it's hardly worthwhile to me now since I have this holding up the fiddle bow.
Actually,
That's an
he
instrument.
goes, before he goes, he scuttles up, and you can hear him do. And eventually, you see as a couple more rat things with shields and swords come out too, and he goes over here and says,
They watch. Look back. Make sure nothing come after.
and he goes down into the pipe. And these two sort of like look at you like dumbfounded and like just sort of like don't ask any questions.
Well,
Alright, I'm going in.
Never look a gift rat in the mouth.
And eventually, give me a second because I'm gonna have to change some lighting on this map.
It is also about to be 10 p.m.
Yeah.
This might
Yeah.
be a good.
If there's a new
stop.
page, though, I do want to see if that's a
Yeah.
thing we're going to.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
get
we-
onto the new map and then call it.
yeah.
So, you are going to
Oh.
pop out here, and this is the sewer entrance over to the right. And you can see there is a bolted shut door here. There is a hallway with this. Actually, let me reveal that. A stairway leading up.
You just blacked it out. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, Roll20 is dumb. And then here, there are 5 places on here, and what look to be 5 gemstones lined up. And Scalper like comes over and like just sits in the corner, and says,
Can you open?
and just looks at you sideways. And there's a description on the side of it, and it says, that in common in the circle around it.
What is Ard?
Witcher
Yeah.
words.
Is it the sign?
Is that in common?
Yes.
And Yorvin just runs over. These little like the gemstones. If I go to pick them up, can they move?
Yes, they are like orbs almost that are freely sitting onto the table. And then Scupper will pipe up and say, "No, don't take away. Explodes if you take too far from table." Scupper, try.
I put it back. Yorvin looks at Edith and goes, "Edith, it's a puzzle. I fucking love puzzles."
All right, and with that, are we good?
I think that's a pretty good
I-
spot to end it.
I think puzzle is a good place to end it because I don't know if people really feel excited about a puzzle, they can try to figure it out on their own time and come back next time.
I just need somebody to do me a favor. What color are these gemstones? Because I cannot tell.
I will say the color they are in chat.
Okay.
Obviously, you just put
I
each
wanna
of
know
them
what
in
the
one of
fuck
the
I saw.
circles.
The what?
Yes, Brian, we will get there.
Yes.
Brown, purple.
Those are not
Okay.
red and brown, honey.
He's
Yeah,
working
hey,
with
I'm
whatever
colorblind
asset
here.
pack he has. Give him a break.
Yeah, roll 20.
Well, this looks like it was built in Dungeon Draft.
It was, in fact, the gems I made in Roll20 so I could move them, depending on how you guys want to place them.
Gotcha. I didn't realize that they were actual movable gems in Roll20.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, I can move them around for you. Or make them big.
Cool. But anything else before I cut the stream?